All right, great. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. I'm Susan Macbeth. I'm the founder and owner of Adventures by the Book. And as you are aware, we've been doing quite a few events on the new platform, Fireside. And I know just as everyone was getting used to Zoom and comfortable with that, then along comes new technology. But we're really excited about the technology, which was co-founded by brilliant techie entrepreneurs, Fallon Fatamy and Mark Cuban. And this is the first, and I guess Alice will give the full explanation of what it is, but it's like the first interactive multimedia platform, which is really exciting. And I know that some people were confused about how to download the app, what the features are, how to use it. So we're going to go over all of that today, answer any questions you have, and then I hope that we will see you at some of our Fireside events. So I am now going to turn it over to Alice and thank her for hosting this tutorial, Fireside 101, for all of you. And take it away, Alice.
Great. Nice to meet everyone. I'm Alice. I oversee creator success here at Fireside. So I work with creators and users just to make sure that they're fully supported and they can grow on the platform and they have all the tools and resources that they need to accelerate their business on Fireside. So I'll kind of start from the top. Fireside is an entertainment platform where creators can create content where the audience can be part of the show and interact with the host directly. And it really gives the ability for, really to get close to the creator, their guests. It allows audience members to join shows, ask questions, comment, and kind of, be part of the show. What's really great is that the platform is live streaming. So all of the shows initially are live. And then after a show is live, the creator, like Susan, can publish it as a replay, and then anyone can consume that piece of content in that show after the fact. We also, enable creators to push out their content wherever their audience exists, which is a really unique piece of what we're doing. So we're platform agnostic. So the show is hosted on Fireside. That's the main destination where the audience members can engage with the hosts and other audience members. But then creators have the ability to push this content out on their YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and LinkedIn to really capture and cross-pollinate all of those existing audiences and then, convert them to Fireside users, because most people that see Fireside content on other platforms, you can't interact on other platforms, but then they see that other audience members are interacting and engaging. So then that, encourages fans to want to download the app and be part of the next show. So we're going to kind of start from the beginning. Like Susan said, this is, Fireside 101. As, audience members, the first step is to download the app. And you can download the app a couple of different ways, one of which is, the host of a show or a current Fireside audience member can send a link. So I go to, I can send you guys a link. If anyone needs the link to download the app, I can send it to them after. But what you do is you'll, get this link, and then it'll ask you a couple of questions, and then it'll prompt you to download it from the App Store. Fireside is accessible on iOS devices, so iPhones, iPads, and then M1 Macs. The best way to kind of know if you have an M1 Mac is if you've bought it in the last year and a half. You most likely have an M1 Mac, and you're able to download it from the App Store. And then another great part about Fireside is if, someone has an Android, we're not accessible on Android right now, but we will be in the future. Anyone can consume live shows or replays from the web on browser. So that's how you access it. So I recommend that everyone, we can send a link out, or you can go to the App Store and search Fireside Chat, and you can download the app.
So Martha asked a question, is this to attend any of the author events? This is to attend any of our author events that are on Fireside. So once you download the app, how it works on our end for Adventures by the Book is, if you're interested in joining us for an event, you register on our website. And then we send you a link to download the app. It's our VIP link so that you can bypass the application process. And then you download it on your iPhone or iPad. Now, as Alice mentioned, if you don't have an iPhone or iPad or the newer Mac computer, you can still listen in live on our public profile page. And maybe at some point we can screen share that, Alice,
Yeah,
so we can
absolutely.
show them what that public profile page looks like. And so then you can listen to it live on your computer as well. So again, it's two options. You can listen to it. You can be in our virtual audience live if you have an iPhone or iPad. And if you don't, you can still listen in live. It'll just be on your computer screen on our public profile page. And Linda wants to know, what Mac operating system do you need, Alice?
I don't know that off the top of my head. So I will have to get back to you guys on that.
Okay,
I'll make sure to compile all these questions, anything that I can't answer from a technical standpoint,
okay, great.
and get back to you guys.
Okay.
Let me just check.
And maybe, Alice, could you walk them through the application process once they click on that link?
Yeah, so you guys will see, you'll receive the link. You click on it, and here I can kind of show you guys in real time. And I'll switch screens.
And is there a way, Alice, I don't know, if anybody in our audience wants to try downloading it, can they do it while you're walking them through it?
They should be able to, yes. So I can actually I'll put my VIP link in the Zoom chat so that
Okay,
anyone can download the app instantaneously. And what
okay,
Susan is referring to, we do have a screening process just because we want to make sure that the creators in the audience, there are kind of community guardrails in place so that it just to kind of alleviate any rogue characters. So we do screen all creators and users that apply through the general admission, but you know, due to your relationship with Susan and her audience, she has a link that she can share with anyone that gives them instant access.
is this the link that you shared, or?
Yeah, so I just put the VIP link.
Okay, so if anybody in the audience is listening in and you have an iPhone or an iPad or that new Mac computer, you can click on that link if you so choose right now, so you can try it while Alice is here to answer your questions, because that's really what this tutorial is for, is to make sure that you can download it, you know how to use it. So here's the first step, is enter your phone number, which should be self-explanatory.
Yep, so basically all you're gonna do is, mine's gonna be a little, since I'm already a user and I don't have like a dummy phone number I can use right now. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna put in your phone number, and then it's gonna ask you send you a couple of other basic prompts, what your name is, what you want confirm your username for the platform. And then it shall either, if you've already, then it'll bring you to the App Store to download. And then every time you sign into Fireside, which I think is like an amazing characteristic of the app, you don't have to remember any credentials. You just always sign in through your phone number, and then you will get a text verification code to then log in. So your phone number is, what assigned your account. So once you use that link, you'll just follow the prompts, and then you'll be able to download the app and you guys will all be considered all access users. So you'll have fully enabled audience member capabilities.
Okay, so are there any questions so far? Because I want to make sure this is really understandable to everyone, because I know new technology can be confusing the first time it's used. Once you're on it, it's so simple to use. But since it's new and unfamiliar, if anybody has any questions about that process, you can put them in the chat box, or you can just speak up since we're in a meeting format. All right, so no questions so far. So that means that everybody feels comfortable with using the VIP link and downloading the app. I'm going to assume that.
I just joined. I mean, I had the problem to sign in because I didn't know that I have to look for Luma or whatever that is. So is it still like that, what I heard lately, that you can only sign in with a phone and not really with a computer?
So you can use an iPhone, an iPad, and then if you bought a Mac recently, the way to tell if you can use it on your computer is if you go to the App Store on your computer, and if it allows you to download Fireside, then you can download Fireside on your computer. However, if it's not an M1 Mac, or if it's not a newer Mac laptop, it won't give you the option to download it.
And Barbara, you've already downloaded the app because I've seen you in the audience. So you have it already. I think your question is how to figure out how to access it, and she's going to cover that as well. And then Sharon had a question. When do you expect Android will be available?
So that is on our roadmap, and we're building that out. I don't have a specific timeline. I know that there's talks hopefully by the end of the year, early next year.
Okay, thank you. And Sharon, we're going to go over our public profile page where you can listen in live to our events, even if you have an Android. So we'll go over that after we go over the downloading. You're welcome.
So once you've downloaded the app and you have an account, you will be the first place you'll land is the lobby, which is our version of a homepage. So this is where you can discover all the content that is currently live, content that is coming up soon, and then other content within different categories that you may be interested in. And so, for example, at the top here, the first row are shows that are live. So when Susan hosts her show, as soon as she starts her show, it will appear here in this live section, and you can enter the show from here. So I recommend, and then you can also see when it's, coming up, it's going to start soon. So I recommend when you're joining Susan's show, just to join directly here from the lobby, and it'll appear in the live section. That's when you know the show is officially live.
Yeah, and can you show them also that if they can't find our show, that they can search for our show?
Yep.
Can you show them where to search?
So you're going to, whenever you want to search for, Susan's profile to find out, when her next show is, or to catch a replay, you go to the magnifying glass in the upper right-hand corner. So I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to search Susan's name. She comes up right away. And then I am brought to her Fireside public profile page. So this is, Susan's hub for where all of her content lives. This is where you can see. So if you scroll down below, you have her bio, her link. Here is her link to her Fireside profile that you can share with other people and access live shows or replay content. Her series. And then below right here is where all of her upcoming shows and then posted shows live. So let's say I want to see when Susan's next show is. Susan's always the best at scheduling shows in advance. So I would go to upcoming, and then I can select remind me. So then, sorry, I'm on my Mac, so it's a little bit different. So I have to enable that. So I can set a calendar alert ahead of her show. I can also click share, and this is where I can find the link to share with other people to join.
And then you'll see that in our upcoming shows that our next one is actually tomorrow with astrophysicist and folklorist Dr. Moya McTeer. And she's going to be talking about the origin of the Milky Way in a fun folkloric way. So not in a scientific way. It's really going to be fun. So it would be a good way for you to test the waters, so to speak. You can download the app and come join us, or you can listen in on our public profile page, which we'll show you in a little bit. So that's our upcoming events. But if you miss any of our events, you can click on that hosted button. And those are all recorded. Once the show is over, they're recorded. You can click on any of them. You can scroll down as far as you can go to all of our past events and listen in. And the nice thing about that is you can fast forward, if there's a particular part you're looking for, or so this is an event we just held last week. And you can listen in
So now we've entered Susan's replay. So this is the live show published as a replay. And like Susan said, then you can, fast forward.
And this is what your phone screen will look like when you're in a show. So you'll see my icon at the top. And that's the virtual stage. And also our author, Cassie Holmes, is on the virtual stage. And then you'll see below who starts entering our studio audience, our virtual audience, as they join us. So this is at the beginning, and then people join us all along.
Invite everybody to join us.
And then whenever you guys want to enlarge the video, if you're on your phone or your laptop, you just double click on the video and you then have the ability to kind of go zoom in and out. And like Susan said, this is the stage, and then the audience members are below here. If you want to interact, well, actually, I set up a mock show, Susan, that I can show people then how to interact and join the show. So we can go into that.
That would be great.
So this is just a replay. So a show that's already happened, that if you miss the live show, you're able to watch it down. And then whenever you want to do anything on this app, I recommend always looking for the menu icon, and that will always steer you in the right direction. So in the lobby, it's at the top on the left-hand corner. Whenever you're in a show interface, it's in the bottom left-hand corner. So you just click on the menu, and that's how you're going to leave the replay. But whenever, you want to find Susan's upcoming shows or past shows, just always search for her, and you just click on her, and then her profile will appear. But then, like for tomorrow, once her show is live, you can enter it right here in the live section and just click into it. I'm actually now, when is my show starting? I'm going to start a live show so you guys can see what it's like. And then if you have any questions about how to engage and ask questions or react or request to speak, I can show you guys how to do that. So
can they join, if they've downloaded the app already, they can join us on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to my profile. Upcoming.
So if there's already somebody in the audience who has downloaded the app and you want to join us in this test so you can experience it yourself and ask questions live, how would they do that, Alice?
So you guys are all going to see, once I start the show, it's going to appear in the first row in the live section, because it'll be a live show. And one thing I just want to point out to everybody real quickly. So I selected the remind me option when I went to Susan's profile, because it's a show that I want to be reminded beforehand. So I tune into the live version. I recommend selecting that remind me option. So then it also appears on your profile under upcoming. So you can also enter the show that way as well once it's live. So I'm going to go ahead and start my show. It's called, I think I called it Baking with Alice. So it should appear, and I'm going to mute myself, in the first row in the lobby, if anyone else wants to join.
Okay, I see a Baking with Fiona. That's it.
It should, Baking with Fiona and Alice, or Baking with Alice should be.
Okay. So if anybody sees that in the live, so I'm going to join her.
Oh,
Debbie's joined her. Amber's joined her.
Susan, awesome. So you guys can see the audience members trickling in. I'm the host, so I am up on the stage, and I'm the host because I have a crown next to my name. Okay, great. So now you guys are a part of the live show, and you can engage and interact in real time. There's a couple of different ways that you guys can interact. There should be a couple of options right next to the react icon in the lower left-hand corner where you can cheer, applause, which is just like really fun to feel the energy of what's going on and, you know, who's reacting to what and what's resonating with the audience.
Can you unmute that so they can hear and we can clap
Oh, yeah.
again? So let's clap anyone who's in the audience. I don't know if everybody heard that, but
Oh, there we go. Cool. And
okay,
then,
there's Josue. Welcome,
oh, I
Josue.
love it. We got a good turnout.
Yeah, that's great.
And then when you guys want to ask questions or, you know, write comments throughout, which then Susan can, you know, refer to throughout her show to make sure to incorporate the audience, because that's, you know, why we're here. To do that, you go to react. And then you'll see you have all these different emoji options. And then there's this text box. This is going to be changing. And I will say this is a pain point for me, because in order to write a comment or a question, you have to always select an emoji first to do that. This will be changing in the very near future. So I want to ask a question about what we're going to be baking today. So in order to do that, I have to select an emoji, and then I'm able to input a question, which then will appear for the host will be able to see this, and then I click send. So then anyone can access the comment board or feed. So you can see what other people are saying. And then also the host can pull it up at any time too, so then they can react. In order to see what other people are commenting, all you have to do is click on any emoji above the profile pictures. So I'm going to click on that. And then you have this comment feed right here that anyone in the audience then can see. And the host.
And if anybody in the audience wants to practice that, go ahead and send a message.
Yep. So just again, you just go to react. You have to select an emoji and then type a question. And it appears here and then in my comment feed. So that's how you submit questions and comments. And then my favorite feature about this app is that you can request to speak and you know, jump on stage. You can request to speak just by selecting this plus speakers. So what that does is that sends a speaker request that then the host and the producers see. So Susan just clicked the request to speak. This notification pops up as the host. I'm going to accept. I'm just going to mute just so we don't get too much feedback. And then now Susan's on stage and can ask any question that she wants.
Yeah, and there's probably feedback on mine since I have my phone and my computer up.
Oh yeah, Susan, if you mute Fireside actually.
Oh, okay.
And then this is a good thing to call out. If you're ever on stage as an audience member and you want to mute yourself, the mute icon is right next to react.
Yeah, and I'd love for somebody else, Josue. I see you in the audience. I haven't seen you in ages, and I'm excited to see you too. So why don't you invite yourself up on stage so you can practice it and so we can say hi as well. So for those who don't know, Josue came on our Germany adventure by the book. Or our Paris and Provence adventure by the book. No, wait, was it Germany? I can't remember now.
Oh, amazing.
Actually, hi, Susan.
Hi,
This is Josue.
Josue.
Hi. Yes, I am so excited. I am trying to navigate the two apps, you know, the Zoom and also learning the Fireside app at the same time. Hello, everyone. Josue Batista here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yes, we went with you, Susan Hollis, and I to both France and also Germany.
Oh, that's why I was confused.
2017.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So are you able to use your phone and invite yourself up on stage?
Let me try to do that. Okay.
Because this really is a practice session for everybody who wants to do it. Just, you know, here's your chance with with Alice the Pro supporting you. Hi, Mary V and Woody and Lily. I see people joining us, which I'm excited about. And anyone else who wants to practice it and invite yourself up on stage, feel free.
And then just to point out, you have the option to either use just audio, like Susan and I are on audio only, or you have the ability to, once your speaker request has been accepted by the host or a producer, you have the ability to turn on your camera as well. So it just depends. I know Susan's show is, a video show. So I'm sure it's, it makes sense for you to turn on your camera, but for whatever reason, if you're not comfortable, you don't want to, you don't have to. You could just be audio only.
Alice, can you show them how it works for you to invite someone up on stage, and so they'll see what they're, and then they
Yes.
have the option to accept or not. So sometimes we'll see somebody type in a question in the chat box and we think, well, maybe they want to come up on stage and ask their question live. So we can maybe invite, let's invite Mary V.
Great. So Mary V, I'm going to invite you to speak. So I'm going to invite you to the stage. So then you should get a notification that you've been invited to the stage and you have the option to accept it. And once you accept it, you'll be
There
brought
she
onto the
is.
stage. There you go.
And can you invite her on video so we can see that?
Yes.
Because I know she always looks good and won't care that we put her on video. There
Oh,
she
there we
is.
go.
This was
Oh, I
the
love
wrong
the
time to
blue.
invite me, Susan. I don't even know where to look. Oh, there you are. I was looking
Hi.
at
Oh, here,
computer.
I'll jump on camera too. And the way, if you
Yeah.
ever want to turn on, if you're audio only, but you want to turn on your camera once you're on the stage, you, again, whenever you want to do anything on this app, find the menu. I'm going to go to the menu in the lower left-hand corner. And then it'll give me the option to turn on my camera. I'm gonna turn on my video. All right. Hi, Mari V.
Hi, sorry, it took forever to download the Fireside app. I thought I had it on and I didn't. So
No,
anyway.
that's okay. That's why
We're here
we're
now.
here today. And so,
Yay.
and you guys can expand your image. So for those of you who would prefer a bigger, you can also use your fingers and just go on your screen and spread them out as well. Okay, so that's that feature. You can ask questions and you can have up to 4 videos going at the same time, which was really amazing.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 videos and 12 people on stage via audio. So you can really have some cool conversations and bring, people from all different perspectives, and it's cool.
So does this work for like audience Q&A in that case? Does the moderator have to invite you to go on stage to ask a question before you actually ask a question, or how does that work?
No, you can type a question in the by using the React button, as
Okay.
Alice showed you. You just click on an icon, an image,
Yeah.
and then type your question there.
Uh-huh.
And we'll know that a question came in because we'll see a little cloud above your name
Okay.
once you do that. Or if you prefer to be in the live audience or the live stage where you are now, you can just invite yourself up on stage and ask your question live.
Oh, you can invite yourself up on stage. Got
You
it.
can invite yourself up on stage. So why don't you kick her off, Alice, and let's see if she can invite herself up on stage. So you go to that little menu button in the lower left-hand corner, the little gray circle, and it should say invite. I forgot what it says. Invite yourself to stage, or
Yeah, invite yourself to stage, or you can, oh, there we
There
go.
you go.
Perfect.
It said request to invite to speak. I
Yep.
think. Yeah. Okay. So I can get off the stage again.
so
Yep,
you can take yourself off stage. Just click on your the menu button and just say remove from stage or leave stage or whatever it says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, you're a pro.
Anybody else want to try anything? Have questions while we're in this section? And I know MK has a question, but we're going to get to that when we get to that section, but I just wanted to make sure nobody has any questions or comments as far as this section is concerned.
Hi, Susan and Alex. I requested, to talk via the app, and it prompted me to request all access, which I did. I provided, my email, and also it asked me for 2 other social media. So I placed my Twitter and Instagram, but not sure what is next after that. Did you get the request, Alice, from me to talk?
You know what? I'm gonna have to look into our back end on like the requests. That goes through a different team. But I'm just curious, did you use the link that I sent in the Zoom?
Yes, that is what I did. Yeah. And I
Okay,
am in the app.
You're actually You're
see
actually in the audience, so you have that
Right.
downloaded
yeah,
already.
but he is a general, which is interesting because you should have all access because I sent you an all access link. So anyone who has this icon means that they're just a general user and they haven't gone through the screening process. But since you guys are, part of Susan's network, she has shared a VIP link, and that means you should be a normal user, or an all access user. I'm curious to why my link, I have to look into that. That could be a glitch on our end, why my link didn't bring you directly to download the app.
Yeah, and that brings me, Jose brought up a good point, is it asks for 2 social media links. And we have had questions of people who aren't comfortable sharing those.
Yeah.
And you don't have to share those. So
No.
even though it asks for it, you can just click next or enter or whatever the queue asks you. You do not have to enter that. So any information you don't feel comfortable answering, just hit next. And if it's not required, it'll allow you to pass through. So you don't have to worry about providing information that you're not comfortable with.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions on this part of the demo? Okay. So that's good. Anything else on this part of it, Alice, that you have to share?
No, I just think it's great if you guys want, like, just make sure you feel comfortable about requesting to speak or writing comments and questions by going to the React button.
Okay, well, MK has a question. Is there an alternate sign-in method that does not require a phone number?
Currently, no. So right now we do require everything your account is associated with a phone number.
And that's probably for security reasons, to make sure you don't have spammers coming in and
Yep.
unauthorized people coming in.
Yep. And then no one else can duplicate your account. We can, duplicate your account and all of that.
Right, right. Okay, well, maybe we can show them for people who do not have an iPhone or iPad. Maybe we can go to like my public profile page and show them
Great.
how to
Yeah.
get to that.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
anyone who does not have an iPhone or iPad, you can still listen in live. The only difference is you can't jump up on the stage and ask questions live, but you can still listen live. And we're going to show you how to do that.
I'm going to go to Susan's.
So it's really easy. It's firesidechat.com and / my name.
Eating this, who is hearing this, you got a love offer for someone. They extended it to you, right? And it's something that you really wanted. You're happy about.
So here we go. So we are now on Susan's public profile page, which is accessible to anyone who can access the internet. And has browser access. And if you scroll down, this is where all of her hosted shows live. So you can click on any of the ones that say hosted. So these are all shows that have been published as a replay. And I'm going to click on the one that Susan did 5 days ago. And then it brings me to the show. I just click play once I enter. And now I'm in the replay and I can watch the whole show from Susan's public profile page on a browser. And you can fast forward.
Today? Yes, I'm from San Diego, California. I don't have an interesting bookshelf behind me. I have
So there we go.
And then maybe show them an upcoming show as well, so they know how to join, like our show tomorrow. We'd love to see you tune
So
in
if-
tomorrow.
If once Susan's show is live, if you go to her public profile page, it will show up right away. So it'll be like right here, right when you get to her public profile, the live show will appear as soon as you go to her profile page. But then if you want to see the upcoming show, just scroll down below here under shows.
Yeah, and we're just winding down our series, so we're adding more events all the time, but this is just the wind down from our late summer series.
And that's the funny part. I mean, I was always watching this just like, yeah, like this, like a only visitor. And it worked. And since a couple of weeks, if there's a show running, I somehow don't get in.
Yeah, well, it depends what device you're tuning in from. So if you're tuning in from your iPad or iPhone, you just click on the live show button that comes right up on the home screen. And if you're tuning in from your computer, this is where you tune in. And once the show starts, you will see the video of me and the author and whoever is up on the stage with us. You'll see all that on this page as well. So it'll be everything the same. Everything's live. You get the video, you get the audio. The only difference in this public profile page is you can't jump on stage and interact with the author live.
Well, as I say, it worked up till a couple of weeks ago, and since then I have the biggest trouble, and I have no idea why. But
Well, we might be able to have Alice troubleshoot with you personally, Barbara, to help you with that. But does anybody have questions about the public profile page?
And I'm gonna send Susan's public profile page in the chat. So everyone can access it.
Okay, so we've showed you how to download the app on your iPhone or iPad. We've showed you this public profile page if you don't have an iPhone or iPad, so you can listen and watch live. And what else?
I am just gonna put, so if anyone ever has any questions about, how to access a show or a replay or encounters any type of, glitches or something on the app, please feel free to reach out to us at support@firesidechat.com. And we can help, we can get on a call and do a, one-on-one walkthrough and answer any questions that you might have.
Yeah, and if you can't remember her email, you can always contact one of our team and we can connect you.
Yeah, but I think, the most important things are being able to, download the app and then know where to find Susan's show once it's live in the lobby, and just selecting that show tile, and then you're in the show. And then, we encourage everyone to interact and be part of the show by, writing comments and questions and requesting to speak.
So are there any other questions? Anything else you want explained or shown to you or directed? This is your chance with Alice, the expert. And if you register for any of our Fireside events, 3 days before the event, we send you the links. We send you the link for the iPhone and the iPad. We send you the link for the public profile page. And then we send out a link to the recording afterwards. We try to broadcast it live on our social media platforms, and then we share it on our YouTube channel when we're done. So there's many ways you can see it. And another fun thing too is anybody can broadcast the show while it's airing. So typically the author might broadcast it live, we'll broadcast it live, but you can also, so if you're trying to share the event with some of your friends or your book club members or somebody who might be interested, you can also broadcast it live wherever you want, which is a really cool feature of the app.
Susan, Josue here. Could you expand a little bit more on that when you say broadcast? So for example, if Hollis is here with me and I want to broadcast, if she has the app, I can just let her know and she can receive a message, or?
Yeah, so you want to go back into the app, Alice, and show them how to broadcast.
Yeah, I don't have a lot. Let's see. I'll go into a live show. I'm just going to create another show real quickly. Okay. Turn off our waitbot friend. Go on mute. Okay, so now we're in a live show and I want to be able to share this and broadcast this with the world. So again, when in doubt, whenever you want to do anything on this app, find the menu. I'm going to go to the menu and then you're going to see that you have all these different settings. So the two I'm going to call out are broadcast to the world, which Susan is referring to. So this is where you can push this out. And what's going to happen is you're going to be prompted to copy this link. And then I take that link and I can share that link with anyone or put it on my social media. And then I'm just going to show you guys because I just took the link. And I just copied the link from my live show and I put it in a browser and then it brings me here. So I can send that and then anyone can watch the show in real time, even if they don't have the app. So that's what it means to broadcast. It means just to kind of share it out, push it out to your network, and then anyone can be part of that, can watch the live show.
Great, thank you. And no downloads. Yes, that's good. And no downloads. It's just they just need a browser, computer, iPhone, whatever they're using to. That is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, and then you can go on. Can you show them how to find other content creators who, we want them to come to our show, Adventures by the Book, but there's so many other content creators who have really fascinating shows that you can follow as well. So maybe you could show a few of those and show people how to follow others. I mean, we want you to follow us, so maybe you should show them how to do that.
Yeah, so you guys are definitely, the first things you should do is you're going to want to follow Susan. So then for shows, then you're made aware of her upcoming shows. You receive alerts for when she's about to have a live show, when she's published a replay, when she's scheduled a show. So all you have to do is you go at the bottom here in the right hand corner. So I'm going to unfollow Susan and now it'll prompt you to follow her. So then this enables you to receive all the notifications from when she creates and publishes content. And then you can see, I'm going to go back to the lobby. I'm going to go back to the lobby menu. And then you see right here is alerts. So this is where you receive alerts for, anyone that you followed. So I saw that Marvi followed me. So I get that notification. And then so which is cool. It's showtime. So then you guys will then also, if you selected remind me for Susan's show, you'll get an alert 10 minutes before the show that it's about to go live. So this is in your alerts section. And then you can discover, different content on the app by kind of checking out these different verticals. And kind of, what's popular on the app, what's trending, what's getting a lot of traction. So I can click on one of these and it brings me to the show's replay. Up here is our featured show section. So this is where we highlight upcoming shows that we're really excited about. And you can kind of scroll through here and see different shows that either have been published as replays or are upcoming. So let's see, an upcoming show. Here's an upcoming show. And I click on that and it'll prompt me to either follow Marilee or play the replay.
But there's so many different content creators for all of your interests, and you can just follow whoever appeals to you, and participate in their shows as well.
Yep. Yeah, and all you have to do to search different, oops, sorry guys. You know, you can search different types of content by typing in something in the search button. This is where you can search for specific hosts or followers, or you can go to content and just click in a subject area that you're interested in. And then anything that is associated with that subject area will pop up. So yeah, so this is where you can discover all different types of creators on the platform. Does anyone else have any questions?
I think Amber had a question. I'm scrolling down to see.
I can get into a show. Can I get into a show if I'm early? Like say, no. So to be able to join a show or enter the show, the host has to start it. So the show is started whenever the host officially starts it. So sometimes hosts will start shows 5 to 10 minutes early. Or sometimes they'll wait till exactly when their show is scheduled for, so the audience can enter it once the show has been started by the host.
Yeah, good question. Thank you, Amber. Any other questions, comments, confusion? Because I think that's pretty much all we have. I don't know, Alice, did you have any more?
No, I think those are the basics. I don't want to overwhelm everyone and keep it pretty straightforward. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And I hope that everyone joins Susan's show tomorrow.
Yeah, the
So the app is in the app
Fireside
store?
staff is really great about support. So, you know, you can feel free to ask Alice anytime if you have questions. And Barbara,
So
Alice,
the app
Alice can
can be
connect with you
found in the
directly.
app store?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
But I recommend that, you know, it's the easiest way to probably download it is just to use a link that, you know, Susan can share her download link, or to use the link that I shared earlier, which I'll resend, because then it'll prompt you. It's just a faster way to make an account. And you'll get all access. So here's the download. But yes, you can find it in the App Store.
Okay.
And thank you for your comment, Linda. Thanks very much. It seems very user-friendly and fun. It really is. It's just once people get over the fear of downloading a new app and a new platform, it's very simple to use. Let me tell you, I am the least technological person you will ever meet, and I could figure it out. So, and the support staff is so great at Fireside that if you have any questions, they can help you anytime. No question is dumb.
Nope.
We're used to dealing with, you know, a little older demographic like me, who has lots of questions about technology, and we're happy to answer them all for you. We want you to be able to enjoy this new platform. So, and we're going to test you out because we have some giveaways that we promoted, but those giveaways are going to be given away at tomorrow's event. For those of you who download the app and you have to attend our Fireside event tomorrow, it's going to be in conversation with the CEO of Melier, which is a wine service and company, and that just happens to be my son. So he's a budding astrophysicist, and so he was really excited about interviewing Dr. McTeer for the show. So you'll get to meet my son as well as Dr. McTeer and enjoy a really fascinating conversation. And you can be part of the live conversation. You can come with your questions, your comments, or just say hello. So that's the test. For those of you who are there in the live audience tomorrow, we will have giveaways for you. And last call for any other questions before we close down for the day.
Is everyone following Susan on Fireside who's downloaded the app? So then you can keep up with her upcoming content and just by going to the search Susan and type in Susan Macbeth. So then you can keep up. And you make
Okay,
sure
so
to
Mary
follow
V,
her and
okay. So Mary V says, when I search for her, nothing shows up. Are you searching by my name, Mary V, and you don't see anything pop up?
Under people.
Okay, we may have to work with you directly. I don't know why that's not showing up. But it should, or maybe you're already following me. Maybe I don't show up because you're already following me.
Yeah, we can work with you directly, but yeah, you should. You just
Yeah,
sort
we'll
of
make
search.
sure. And yeah, Josue, the show tomorrow is going to be really great. So I hope to see as many of you there as possible. And again, if you don't have an iPhone or iPad, you can still listen in live on our public profile page. It's very simple, fireside chat.com/Susan Macbeth. All right. I
Great.
think
Well,
that's
so
it
nice
then,
to
if there's
meet
no other
everyone.
questions. So Alice, thank you very much for your time and your expertise. Thank you to those who showed up and braved your questions and trying out a new technology. We're really grateful and we hope to see you at some of our upcoming shows. And again, if you have any questions, email me, email our staff, email Alice, and we're happy to get those answers for you. All right. Thank
Great.
you, everybody.
Thanks everyone for joining. Nice to meet everybody.
Yeah,
Bye.
you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.